live, obviously. I want to look at the Diddy trial since it's ongoing and developing. I've done videos on Diddy. I've done at least one specifically on him, and then I think he was in a couple other celeb videos like in the mix. But I want to look at, are they going to bring up the Justin Bieber stuff? Is he going to be implicated by anybody? It looks like some of his security guards are turning on him. At least what I saw with Cassie's testimony. So I just kind of want to dig into it. I don't think I know all the players, and some people say they think he's even tied to the feds. So I don't know how deep this goes and how many people are involved. With his connections, I'm guessing there's a lot more to it. I also wanted to do a video on Kim Porter sometime because I'm convinced he had involvement in her death. I think her doctor, there's like a celeb doctor, I'm gonna do a reading on him sometime. There's a celeb doctor that's like was close to certain celebrities that just died mysteriously. Kim Porter, Brittany Murphy, and I think Mac Miller and a couple others. So anyway, let's look at Diddy. People think they're not gonna get him on RICO charges or ST crimes, but I don't know. I don't know if his crimes are just like abuse and battery kind of stuff, or if it goes deeper than that. So let's look at it. Show me what's going on with Diddy. Is he gonna get any major crimes? Are they gonna, I'll just ask, are they gonna get him on ST crimes? And then I'll ask about the RICO charges separately. He has like pull in some kind of authority that might be tied to the justice system because the Six of Swords came out. So that's like escaping some kind of hardship or escaping some kind of conflict. So there is a chance. Like, I know what he did was definitely categorized as abuse, but I don't know if it's technically categorized as ST. Like, I don't know if it's technically on that level, or like the exchanging of money might not have permitted that crime, something like that. But then the Nine of Wands also came out. So it doesn't really matter. Diddy's cooked either way is what I'm seeing. Like, this is killing his reputation. The public has already seen him for the monster that he is. I'm hearing his daughters are gonna see him for the monster that he is, which I think is gonna be his biggest loss, in my opinion, losing the respect of your children. I think they should investigate their mother's death, but that's another story we'll get to later. Are they gonna get him on RICO charges? Four of Swords. Four of Swords, Three of Swords. Four of Swords, Three of Swords. They might get him on RICO charges because this is like having to sit his ass down and he's disappointed and heartbroken. So he might get caught up in this stuff. Like, I think he thinks he's paying people off, but I think he's done enough to enough people that someone's gonna flip on him. His security and people involved, like Suge Knight and other people that have seen some of the abuse firsthand, are already like testifying against him and have made statements. So I forget what RICO is. Is it like multiple crimes over certain states? Yeah, he's gonna get RICO charges because even just Cassie, like, he abused her over multiple states. I don't remember the exact definition of a RICO charge, if you guys know. I'm from Oregon. What's up? I can't say that name because it's not in my language, but hi. Hi, American Ranger. What's up? Like one of those. I am a mom, so might put a spell on you if you talk more shit. You can... No, I'm not an actress. Are you trying to insult me or what? I'm not an actress. I don't know. Anyway, I'm doing a reading on the Diddy trial, if you guys are curious. He's not gonna get ST charges, I don't think, because he was paying people to have SXX with Cassie. I don't think he was, like, I don't think he was technically pimping her. I don't know. It was weird because they were in a relationship. Like, he wasn't selling her. He was paying for people to do things to her for his own pleasure, which is gross, but I don't think it's technically ST. The Fool card. It's, what is this? 9 of Swords. Yeah, it's his, like, karma, his, like, punishment, whether he goes to prison or not, or stays. I know he's already in jail. It's just he's being seen for who he is, like his deep dark secrets, his kinks, the weird stuff that he used to do. I think the weirdest he did was like having his mom go to the freak-offs and having Cassie wear the same nail polish color as her. Like, what? I think he's got like some weird mommy issues. Are you talking about tarot? Yeah, I mean, tarot is just tapping into the spiritual world. So if you're like a channeler, or if you're somebody, you have psychic abilities, or you learn to read tarot and just channel the energy kind of thing, there's different ways to do it. You can just read the cards, or you can read it intuitively. So some people do just go off the meanings of the cards and they just read tarot, and then some people use it as like a tool to kind of bounce their psychic gifts off of. But anyway, you don't have to believe. I don't care. But yeah, his loss of reputation, like he's gonna feel like an idiot, feel a lot of shame is what I'm hearing. Shame is a very dark vibration. Like, nobody likes to feel shame. It's necessary, I think, to correct human society when we get like out of hand and people are really hurting each other. But I think shame can be good if it's used appropriately, like when it's called for and people need to be reprimanded. I don't think people should be shamed for like little things or things that they can't help, kind of stuff. Okay, are they gonna bring up the Bieber stuff? I'm kind of worried that it will trigger him. You guys, Moose, don't play right now. They're gonna wake up my kid. I'm worried it might trigger Bieber into a spiral. I don't know, maybe he doesn't care, but hopefully he doesn't remember what happened to him. Like, not that that's better, but it would still be creepy not to know and know something did happen if they drugged you, but it would probably be better than like having firsthand like traumatic memories of it. Page of Wands. I don't like this energy for Bieber. Queen of Pentacles came out reversed. Interesting. Oh, hell no. So you know how his mom like dropped him off with, who was the other one? His like manager, Diddy and, oh my gosh, you guys know who I'm talking about? Usher. They like left, didn't his mom leave Bieber with them for like 48 hours? You remember that video where Diddy's like bragging like, oh, I got baby Bieber with me for the next couple days. Something happened during that time, or the times he was partying with Diddy. And it's like the mom knew it was a bad idea, but she was so tempted. I think they were just so, I don't think she sold her son or anything like intentional. I think she probably had a concern in her spirit and ignored it because she's like, well, these are the big guys. They're going to give him a shot. This is his big break. This is his chance. So she allowed him to go because she knew it would help his career. I think she regrets that decision, hopefully. I mean, I think any mom would regret putting your kid in a situation that caused them harm. But yeah, there's something about Bieber's mom. So this is going to come out. I don't know if she's going to testify or this is just the energy saying that she kind of, I don't know if she knew better, but she feels bad about what happened, I guess. Oh, thank you. Brianna. Where did I get this tattoo? If you guys live in Portland, it's And it's, God, I should know this. Just ask for Brenna. What should I do to deal with it? You can DM me or email me if you want a reading. I have really cheap rates. I can do like quick answer. I think my cheapest reading is like 15 bucks for a written reading, up to an hour, like face-to-face Zoom reading, it's 66 an hour. So I have a range of prices. You can do a couple questions just over written. You can do a pre-recorded video, or if you want to meet over Zoom or FaceTime, it's you can do 15 minutes, 30, or an hour. But anyways, okay, so is Bieber gonna be okay? Is he gonna get charges on this? What's going on? 7 of Pentacles. I don't know. He might end up in like some kind of class action lawsuit. Like his victims might sue him for compensation, or they might be compensated in some way. Like, I don't know. Part of, okay, I'm hearing like this is an investment in like justice. So it is going to bother Justin going through this, but it's going to allow him to heal, seeing some of his abusers come to justice. So this is going to be good for him in the end. It's going to help him purge his emotions with the King of Cups and really truly heal from some of these, my bangs are crazy, heal from some of these traumas, I guess, for lack of a better word. Okay. Is anyone else going to get implicated in this? Who else is close to him? Is Usher gonna get implicated, or is Jay-Z gonna get implicated, or is, who is the other one? Not Eddie Murphy. I'm blanking on their names. I can see his face in my mind. His other friend. I'm just looking at Diddy's close friends that partied with him a lot. Are any of them gonna get implicated in this? So Deepak, 9 of Pentacles. Your situation, you need to handle it with a lot of tact, skill, and go alone at it. Like trust your own instinct over other people's input. I don't know what it is, but it's saying do something independently. Lean on your own skills. Okay, that's your freebie. But if you want to book a reading, you can book with me. I'd love to do that. And you can ask me short answers if you don't want to spend a bunch. The Emperor. So I'm seeing this as maybe Jay-Z. Just his like headgear reminds me of like Jay-Z's dreads. I don't know. Also the Ankh symbol. I don't know. I feel like maybe that's why Beyonce kind of is distancing herself from him. Like maybe she knows he's going to be implicated, or she might be disgusted by some of his actions. Hold on. 9 of Wands. Yeah. 9 of Wands. This is a female. A female friend of his is going to get pulled into this. I don't know what females are close with Diddy. Maybe like one of his assistants or cronies or somebody like kind of like helped him get girls or bring people into the office. No, that was Kanye that was having people brought to the office for him. If there's any woman involved in this, she's gonna turn on him or get implicated is what I'm seeing. Yeah. So somebody's bringing out his secrets. Who else was I gonna ask about? Jamie Foxx, that's who I was gonna ask about. 7 of Swords, what is this? So somebody, he's trying to pay people to lie for him in court. He's trying to pay off some of the victims. Diddy's trying to go through all stops to quiet this truth, or that it goes. The Magician. It's like energy harvesting. I don't know if he's actually into spiritual work, but I said this in another video. It's like when people are such like a low energy, sometimes they end up being users and abusers because they don't develop their own light or own spirit, and so they feed off of people that have like naturally high vibes or innocent spirits and stuff like that. So this is, it's showing his he might even have people doing like magic on the court case to try to go in his favor. Like he's not above doing whatever it takes, basically. Hold on, is Jamie Foxx gonna get implicated in this? No, I don't think so. He either wasn't involved in like the after stuff, or he's gonna get away with it with the Six of Wands. So I don't think Jamie Foxx is involved. Who else was I gonna ask about? Usher, Queen of Cups. I think it's going to get exposed that I don't know if Usher abused other people. I don't see that, but I think Usher and Diddy had a sexual relationship. That's what I see. So that might get exposed somehow in like somebody new or knew of it or seen it happen at parties. Hi, Deepak. Ooh. The Star and the Ace of Wands. So a lot of this is about Cassie reclaiming her Empress energy. She did start out as the side chick, and I think that's part of this karma. I'm not saying she deserved to get abused, but like being in an abusive relationship does happen sometime with karmic situations, because it's just a lot of negative energy and it manifests in that way, is how I see it. But he really squashed her career. He held her back. She testified that he wouldn't let her release her albums and music that she wrote, and he was like directly controlling every aspect of her life, especially her sexuality. He was forcing her to do things that she didn't want to do, was uncomfortable, over sexualized her and overly objectified her and abused her. But she's getting justice for being robbed of her youth, the years that she spent with him, the humiliation, the abuse, and really, like, Cassie was up and coming. She was so good, and I remember I was excited for her up and coming, and then she just fell off. And I remember seeing her at one of the like Grammys or something, and she showed up with Diddy, and like the energy was really weird, and I thought they were a couple, but I think it was when they were still hush hush about it because he was still married to Kim. But I could tell the energy was like off, or it was weird. Maybe it was when they came out as dating. I don't know. I think it was before they came out as dating, because they dated like privately behind his wife's back for a while because of his family or something. I don't know. Long story short is he ruined her career, is what I'm saying. And she was meant to be like a prominent pop star of our generation. So, yeah, she's getting her justice, not in the same blessings that she would have had, but because she is, okay, this is turning about Cassie, because she is taking action to take down this monster who's hurt her and other people. She's gaining some dharma back for some of her past actions. I don't think she's done anything wrong, but just being a side piece is icky spiritually. So like, she knew he was married and didn't care. So you could do that, and there's different circumstances where you might feel like morally okay with doing it, like if the relationship is so bad or whatever, fill in your excuses, but you're still going to take on karma because of like the spiritual law and the contract that those people made as a married couple or whatever. So she hashed out her karma, and now she's like gaining back good karma, dharma, against the down, because he's hurt a lot of people. Is King of Wands. So he either had a younger lover that was male. He's actually abused somebody that was up and coming male. I think this is a white male, but it's not Justin. It's somebody else that was popular or going to be popular. I don't know if it's Aaron Carter. I don't know if Aaron Carter had anything to do with Diddy or if it's another white male, but I'm seeing he's a white male. Lured this person with drugs and it became sexual and sexually exploited this person. So there is a victim that's going to get brought up, whether they're alive or deceased. Okay. Is there anybody else that's going to get implicated? I see a female and Jay-Z potentially, and I don't think Usher and Jamie Foxx technically participated in his sexual crimes, but they did some weird stuff in those parties that might get exposed either way. Some like down low stuff, swinger stuff, gay stuff. Like some of these men might present as straight publicly, but they do other stuff behind the scenes. That might get exposed, okay? Is there anything else? How many years is Diddy gonna get? Let's look at that. How many years is he gonna get? Because I'm pretty sure he's getting RICO charges and, abuse and battery. Strength card. This is an 8. So more than 8 years, maybe 8 years. It could be a combined total if there's like 4 years for one sentence and 4 years for another. He could get like a 10-year sentence and gets knocked down to 8 for good behavior or because he's got money or something. But karma's coming for him. Karma is coming for him. Oh, I saw this. You see how that girl has dark hair in the strength card? It's like Kim's spirit is motivating Cassie to go after this mofo, and they're like teaming up energetically. I don't know if Cassie's spiritual, but I feel like Kim has definitely been like encouraging her to do something, to be like the first domino to take him down, because she tried and was taken out. And so she knew that maybe Cassie was the only one protected enough to do it because she's remarried and has her own unit of protection kind of thing. Anything else? Anything else? Oh my gosh. 4 of Swords. There's just going to be a lot exposed, a lot of shocking details, people, names, like the graphic details of what he actually did. Like, I'm pretty sure we all know he's like freaky and gross, but like hearing exactly what he did is going to be disturbing. Yeah, he's going to get exposed. I feel like at some part of him is going to be so humiliated by this or just defeated that he's like this psycho narcissist getting exposed for his true colors, that he's going to actually be happy to go to jail because he's like doesn't even want to be around the public because his name has been so smeared. Also, this could be like he's let me see if that's right. I feel like he might be afraid or wants to be in jail. I don't know if someone's threatening him on the outside. 9 of Wands again. He's either having a rough time in jail or he's scared to be on the streets and he thinks he'd be better off in jail. It's one or the other. This is going to affect his family the most. Okay, so in all of his escapades and all of his craziness and like feeling like he's, head honcho and he can get away with murder and anything he wants to because of his connections and his popularity, he's going to lose the things that's most precious to him. It was Kim, and then it's going to be his daughters. I really feel bad for his daughters, but I think when they see the extent of what is doing or has done, like something might click in them. I'm not saying they're not going to love their dad, they're not going to feel torn about it, but I mean, if I found out my dad hurt my mom or other people, I would be disturbed, you know? So I think it might take them a while to forgive him. Like, I don't think they're gonna visit him in jail kind of stuff, or he might get cut off by his kids, is what I'm seeing. I don't know why I even feel bad for him. I guess it's just like sad to be such a tragic person with such a dark life. At some point it snowballs and you just get so far in, then it's just like, what is he left with? The devil, just shit. Like, his life is just shit. What does he have to show for it? He's not really a good artist. He doesn't really have any good songs. He was mainly just a producer that like took himself too seriously, pushed his energy on other people. Like, he was like a fun party guy. Like, if he would have just been a chill party guy, I think he could have been like extremely successful, like he was. But he got too big for his britches. He was around people that he wanted to be like he wanted to be an artist, but he really wasn't. He's not that good in my opinion. So I don't know. He started to feed this dark side of him. We all have a dark and a light side. And if you feed the wolf inside you, or if you feed the lamb, you're either going to be a lighter, high vibing, you know, innocent person, or you're going to be a dark, bottom feeder, evil person. Like, we all get to make that choice. So he got corrupted by fame or whatever, just being able to get away with it, I guess. There's a part of him that really likes control. He's got like a sex demon on him or something. He gets off on having control. Like, it's not just a bunch of strippers and prostitutes and stuff. It's not just like a abundance of sex. It's like the weirder and the darker and the more depraved is what gets him off. Like, he's on the dark side. Like, it reminds me of like what Hugh Hefner said one time. He was like, I was so addicted to sex and porn that after a certain time, women weren't doing it for him any longer. He had to start doing it with men, and then men weren't doing it for him any longer. He started doing it with animals. Like, weird, just off the wall kind of stuff. Like, and I feel like Diddy has the same kind of energy. Like, they've fed this sex demon so long that it's taken them over, and it really thrives on like abuse and harming people. And it's like he can no longer get off on normal intimacy or connection, or he might play that part to like get people in his trap, but when he's really in the bedroom, what he really likes is like control, abuse, forcing people, making them do stuff they're uncomfortable with. Like, he would pay gigolos to sleep with Cassie in front of him so that he could pleasure himself. Just like, I'm laughing because I'm uncomfortable. Just gross, kind of like that. I mean, I'm not shaming anybody that has kinks, but like, everyone involved should be consenting, right? So if you're forcing someone or having to pay them, I mean, even if they're doing it for money, whatever, that can be consensual too. But he was forcing Cassie. That's the difference. They paid the sex worker, but he was forcing his girlfriend to do things with him. So that's not cool. Like, it's not even the act that gets him off. It's like making people do things that gets him off. So he is very effed in the head. Okay, final two cards. I feel like I'm getting into the weeds on this. The Chariot and the Five of Cups. Diddy's not going nowhere. He's gonna sit his butt in prison for a while. 7 to 8 years is what I'm seeing. Anywhere from 5 to 8 years is what I'm seeing. I think it depends on his charges, if they get reduced or if they stack them, if they're consecutive or congruent, or how they run the charges or the sentencing. And it just depends. I think if he gets the RICO stuff, they're definitely, I don't know, the minimum things tacked onto it. It could be quite a while. Is Diddy gonna die in prison? Is Diddy gonna die in prison? I think this is his karma for getting away with killing Kim. That's my opinion. Ace of Pentacles. Is someone going to take him out? Ace of Pentacles. Somebody might take him out that's tied to this, that's afraid of being implicated. Is someone going to take him out? The Sun. No. He might get out early. I don't know. He's going to die of a broken heart or a heart attack, or he might get slipped something that causes a heart attack. Interesting. Why the Sun card? Ace of Pentacles. Like he might get released and then get murdered right away kind of thing. Like people pissed off about who he implicated, or someone getting exposed for being down low, or just there were rumors that he was tied to the feds. I don't know if that's true. So he might just get taken out is what I'm seeing. Five of Wands. Like being free is no longer going to be that enjoyable to him, or the same life, because he's not going to be beloved like he was before. He's not going to have the same notoriety. He's going to lose a lot of his money because of the charges and jail time, and you get like fines when you get crimes, I think. So he's going to have a lot of that to pay off, and like the conflicts of the public hating him, his family turning against him, his friends turning on him. Like he's not going to have a lot of people left in his corner with the Seven of Wands. His heart might explode. Like he might get shot in the heart, have a heart attack, or like, what's it called? Is that an overdose? Can't your heart explode from speed or cocaine? I don't know. The Empress, the Page of Pentacles, and the Knight of Cups. He's still in love with Cassie. Shut up, Diddy. Nobody cares. He's so weird. He has like a kink where he can't get over people. Like I remember him crying on stage at one of the award shows about Kim. And he clearly was like broken up with her, having issues, and maybe involved in her passing. So it's giving like OJ vibes, where they commit crimes of passion or do stupid things, and then they're still in love with the people. Like obviously he didn't kill Cassie, but he tried to. I mean, he tried to break her spirit and stuff. So with the Empress card, I'm seeing that as her, and Page of Pentacles. He hates seeing her like thriving and abundant. Like it really irks him that she got out of his grips, that like money wasn't enough to take the abuse, that she got away. And then some part of him is like still in love with her, which is just creepy. Like he thinks of humans like possessions. He's very narcissistic. I'm not going to diagnose him, I don't know, but he's definitely got something mentally off. I don't know if it's a spiritual thing or a mental, like psychosis, not psychosis, but like a, like on, what's the DSM? Like, I don't know if he has any actual like mental diagnosis kind of thing. In my opinion, if you can do this kind of stuff, you're not right in the head, you know? Like, this is not normal behavior. Normal humans don't, like, enjoy torturing and hurting other people. That's, he could be a psycho. I don't know. Psychos can be charming, you know, and they, like, come off as normal until they're, like, intoxicated. King of Pentacles. What's this King of Pentacles? Okay, so he'll be able to hold on to like some of his wealth. Like in the end, all the fame, all the money, all the things he hungered and thirst for and just destroyed people for, he's going to end up alone. It's not going to be worth it. Like, you know, what's the saying? What's the use of gaining the whole world and losing your soul? Like, he sold his soul, like became dark and evil and gave into those like urges. He didn't tame his shadow side, it overtook him. And so he's like paying the price for not doing the spiritual work of becoming a good person and not hurting people. So it's like in the end, it's just going to be a very cold, lonely existence kind of thing. No one's going to show up to his parties, come to his house, come visit. I don't think he's going to get money on his books or visitors. Like, people might come out of obligation, but I feel like if he's in prison long enough, like, even that's going to stop. He might get some weird fan mail people, but the people he actually cares about are going to turn against him is what I'm seeing. I don't know, guys. I think he's going to get RICO charges. I think he will get implicated on the Bieber stuff. There's going to be a lot more details coming out about this. And I'm seeing another victim, possibly, I don't know if it's Aaron Carter. I can't remember if he was tied to Diddy or other people. It could be Aaron Carter, or it might have been another person. I'm feeling like the other victim might be deceased, or they're going to get brought up. Like, people don't know that he was tied to this person, or that it hasn't been confirmed yet, or there's like an unknown aspect. Like, either it's going to be a surprise that this victim's included, or like they didn't know that they had evidence on him about it or something. Like, I think there's videos. Is there videos? Knight of Pentacles. That's like solid, steady. Yeah, there's like some kind of paper trail, evidence, messaging, videos, witnesses, something. There's a trail. He was too sloppy about this. He invited too many people to his little freak offs and stuff. So Diddy's going down. Jay-Z might go down with him. I don't think Jamie Foxx and Usher are going to get crimes or anything like that, but I think they're going to get embarrassed by some of it. I think Usher might have actually had a relationship with them, and that will be like brought out. And then Fox, I think, just is embarrassed by being close to him, but I don't know if he's actually participated in like the really like gross stuff. I think this, I don't know. I'm not getting that energy from him. Yeah, but Jay-Z better watch out. Doesn't that look like his dreads? His curl, like all of, anyway. All right, you guys, if you want me to do another update on this, we'll see, but I'm gonna watch it play out. I have some other celebrity readings to get to, some other true crimes to get to, and you guys can always give me pick a card topics if you want to see those videos. You can email me at psychicrenegadetarot@gmail.com or DM me at my Instagram, psychic.renegade.tarot, if you guys want a reading, okay? Thanks for watching.